Well, welcome to Fantasy Dad Duo, where Eli Manning is Tom Brady's daddy. I'm I'm Jack Banks. This is my partner in crime,
Oh,
Jeff
what's going
Fitzwing
on, guys?
Pease, and welcome to the show, Jeff. Jeff, we're doing a mock draft. Let's go, baby.
This is gonna be a fun one. Oh, it could be a fun one. It might be. Gotta perk us up a little bit here. If we end up drafting bad, we're both gonna get fucking pissed. But who knows? Who knows?
Well, this is a trial run for us too, because it's going to kind of tell us like where we draft certain positions, right? And
True. Yeah, true.
And and Jeff, you're kind of a fucking asshole because I picked the 12 slot to draft, and this guy just snuggles up right behind me at the 11. Like I was expecting to have some room with the computers drafting around me. It's
No
like, nah,
fucking
nah, nah.
way, dude. No way. I saw the 11 spot open and was like, he knows what's about to happen.
This douche is just sandwiching me this entire draft.
Oh my god. Had to happen. Had to be done.
All right, so we're doing the mock. We're going to talk a little bit of news and notes, and then, as always, we'll do predictions at the end. There was a flurry of trades and action in the NFL this week. It's getting me juiced up. It makes it
There
a
was
perfect time for
I
a mock
love it.
draft.
I love it when teams say something is going to happen and it's going to happen at this date. It makes me all excited. But then when they don't do it, which normally ends up happening, you're like, dude, what the fuck? I wanted to see some action. I need the NFL to come back around right now, directly after the draft. Let's go, baby. And two teams actually did exactly what they said they were going to do, and they got it done in a timely manner, and it happened, and everybody's happy about it, especially Patriot fans.
Yeah, we're talking about Eagles trading AJ Brown to the Pats. The Patriots send back a 2028 first round pick, which I know the Eagles said publicly they wanted the 2027. So it's I think it's a win-win though. You know, it's AJ Brown wanted out, and the Eagles restocked the receiving options with Lemon, with that tight end of theirs, and you know we'll see how it works out. But I love AJ Brown for fantasy. We'll see how that works out.
I love AJ Brown for fantasy when he has a quarterback. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. So that was one of the big moves, but from my perspective, it got overshadowed by another move. The Browns trade away Myles Garrett, reigning defensive player of the year, the new NFL sack single season leader. Yeah,
He
two-time defensive. Yeah, two-time
turned
defensive player
himself
of the year.
into a turned himself into a living legend last season.
He basically is a top 3, top 4 defensive player over the past 20 years. Do you agree with that?
Anybody that plays IDP, their dick is real fucking hard right now talking about Myles Garrett.
It's crazy to say because you associate those top pass rushers with great teams because like when the Browns are playing in another team, they run the ball all game, and he still got 23 sacks. So it's like when the Rams are going to be playing from ahead, he might break the game. He might get like 25 sacks.
I mean, the Rams making a move like this, to me, it just says Super Bowl all the fucking way. They're moving for it. Matty Staffy, go Dogs. He's telling them, I'm coming back. I just won MVP. Now I need to win a second Super Bowl. Here we go, baby.
Yeah, and
like a true goat.
This is another one of those absolute win-wins. The Browns get back Jared Verse, who is one of your boys.
He is.
He's a monster, and he's young, and they get a first round pick too. So Browns win. Rams win.
That's kind of 2 first round picks when you think about it, though, because Verse is worth a first round pick in his own right.
Maybe more, honestly. I mean,
I think they gave a 1, a 2, and a 3. Did they not?
The details are still coming out. So it's possible, but that would be a bit much. We'll see. It's definitely possible.
If you're going all in, you're going all in. You know, it's kind of like me on a couple Saturdays ago.
Yeah, exactly.
You're all in, baby.
And then another piece of news that the Giants bolster that wide receiver room. Bolster might be a strong word
That's a
because
very strong word. They basically took a crutch and put it up against the wide receiver room that they had. And being a Giants fan, I'm very glad to see OBJ back because there was always those, I guess you could call it the rumorville that back when he was starting on the Giants, he was good in the locker room. He was good with the rookies when he got a little bit of that vet side to him. And I've heard it through his entire career that he was kind of his personality on the field was way different than his personality off the field. And I've heard it a couple of times on a couple of different teams that he played for. And then he kind of fucking died in the NFL on his own right. And nobody was really talking about him for a while. This has bumped up his stock a little bit, and his name is back out there. But his name got connected to Juju Smith-Schuster because that is another one that the Giants picked up that I'm hoping to God does not make the final roster. And he also got put in the same line as Braxton Berrios, who has been all right in his career. He's been all right. He's
he's a
nothing
football
to
player.
squawk about, but yeah, he's a football player. He's a football player. He's got some preseason videos that'll make you swoon a little bit. You know?
Well, I also saw a little bit of extra news that comes with this. I'm gonna butcher his name, Gunnar Olszewski.
Okay.
The Giants special teamer, and I think he's like their fourth wide receiver. He tore his Achilles, so they're
okay.
replacing that special team value with Berrios most likely,
which isn't a bad move at that rate. Then
it's a good move, and I saw a video also of Malik Neighbors playing a softball game with him running around the bases, and
he could barely even move.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I am hands off Malik Neighbors until I get more news.
Me too.
I probably won't draft him.
I was going to snag him in a couple of leagues, and I'm deciding not to. I was going to put out some offers in one of our dynasty leagues, and then I saw the video. I saw some of the rumors attached to the video, and I was like, you know what? Until a trainer or a doctor comes out and says something, you can't really believe what you hear. But off of the video, and I think it was
doesn't look good.
Brian Burns Celebrity Softball, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and it's
until I see him,
but
run a route on a field, I'm out.
I want to see him run a route on a field in pads.
I'll even take it on a practice field. After that video, I'm like, he might never be the same. I mean, look, I'm overreacting. I know I am, but
that's what you do. That's what you do when you're about to draft a 12-man draft, right?
That's right. So some fun news. I mean, we'll see what the Giants end up with as a receiving core. I'm probably going to bump up, Isaiah Likely and Cam Scadaboo because I think they're gonna get some more targets.
Oh, Malachi Fields just got a big bump up too.
Yeah,
without a doubt. And I've seen a couple of videos. He looks good. He's big.
He's big.
He looks good. I can't say he's going to come in and do what OBJ did, but with a vet like OBJ in that locker room and a rookie like Malachi Fields and the talent that we saw in college, he could come out swinging this year. You don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have the opportunity. There's no chance that the Giants prioritize Juju and OBJ above him.
Not a shot. They could also make more moves, though, too. That's the other thing. And Darnell Mooney is also there.
Yeah, Mooney's not a bad bet. In case Neighbors actually misses time, we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, in the meantime, Neighbors down. Scadaboo and Likely are to me, those are the big winners in the short term.
Well, Theo too.
Yeah, Theo too. He's worth a late. He's worth a late shot in a real deep league, but I like Likely to be the tight end one. All right, Jeff, are you ready? You ready to draft, baby?
I'm ready to draft, baby. Let's do it.
All right, this is the first time I'm doing this. I'm sharing my screen on here. Let's see how that looks. You like the visual, Jeff? You
down, dude. I'm with it. I'm with it.
All right, brother. Okay. So let's get this show on the road and start that draft. So right off the bat, this snap makes a that I don't think you're going to see too often in real drafts. That's Jonathan Taylor, number 1 overall, followed by Bijan, Jahmyr Gibbs, Puka, Jamar Chase, CMC, JSN, James Cook, Ken Walker, and Ashton Jeanty. What sticks out to you other than Jonathan Taylor at 101?
Kenneth Walker at 9.
It seems high to me.
It definitely seems high to me. And Jamar Chase at 5 is low. Oh my God. Swap Jonathan Taylor and Jamar Chase, and that makes a lot more sense.
Yep. I agree. I think Jamar Chase is a clear top 3 pick. Another big one is JSN falling to 7.
That's
interesting. And then
a
little bit of Jeanty hype too. He's going at 10 overall. I like him there. I actually really like Jeanty there, and I was hoping to get him on the turn. So that's a big one to me. That we're maybe he's getting a little bit of juice and rising up draft boards.
That's I don't know. It's interesting to me. I'm a big Jeanty fan. Don't get me wrong, but I will say this. I don't know. First round for him, you're still taking a chance because of the new quarterback. But it's those last 3 picks before me. It's just a weird Cook, Walker, and Jeanty. Early second rounders maybe, but all second rounders. I don't know. I just don't. I don't feel good about it.
So Amon-Ra is a great pick, and I have him way up there above CMC and Jonathan Taylor.
Yep. So Jonathan Taylor number 1 is weird. What is the computer doing? I mean,
hey, we'll take it. That makes me feel like I should have picked like 5th overall instead of 12, because I would have loved to have Jamar Chase at 5. My God.
Oh my God, dude.
For me, this is easy. So I'm going to pick my 2, and I'll talk about it for a minute, and then I'll let you talk about Amon-Ra in your next pick. I'm going to pick CeeDee Lamb and Omarion Hampton. Both of these guys are high end for me. I have CeeDee Lamb as my wide receiver, 5, which is where he went, and I have Omarion Hampton as my running back 3, right behind Bijan Robinson and right behind Jahmyr Gibbs. I love it in terms of stability, right? So CeeDee Lamb is a safe pick, and Omarion Hampton is, he comes with a little bit of risk because you don't know exactly what you're going to get. But his upside in that Chargers offense is crazy. So talk to me about Amon-Ra. Talk to me about Jeremiah Love.
Amon-Ra, I mean, when we did our wide receiver segment, you can't go wrong with him. The guy is definitely a first round talent for sure. Getting him at 11 is wild. Oh my God. And this whole first round out of those 12 picks, what do we say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's more running backs than there was wide receivers taken. And that is not how most of the drafts are looking.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think I have Amon-Ra as a locked and loaded top 6 pick.
What did I have him for on my wide receivers? Did I have him at 4 or 5?
Yeah, I think you had him at 4.
Getting him at 11 is a gift. A gift. Oh my God, from the gods, from the fantasy gods.
Yeah.
And then Jeremiah Love, I think he's going to be an all-around talent as far as running backs go. Cardinals, you get a little bit nervous, but if Brissett will fucking get off of his ass and start fucking accepting these offers that they're probably giving him behind closed doors, I mean, who the fuck knows? Are you that good? I mean, you're all right. You had a good Indianapolis run. You showed you could play on the fucking Pats, and now you did well last year. He didn't make the fucking playoffs on any of those teams, though. So I'm kind of like, bro, get your head out of your ass and play the fucking game of football and let Jeremiah Love show you what he can do. Now
You're
that,
drinking the fucking Kool-Aid, man.
dude,
You are drinking the Kool-Aid.
I'm in like Flynn on those two boys from Notre Dame, brother. I'm in like Flynn.
We'll go through some
After
of the
he
other
went,
picks.
did you see some of those other picks that came out? We got two tight ends off the board, McBride and Bowers, as we assumed would be.
Yeah, so the ones that really stick out to me, the ones that really stick out to me are Josh Jacobs at 211, and I'll just run through them: Achane, Justin Jefferson, Drake London, Saquon Barkley, and Trey McBride. Out of those four, I really like all of them. Justin Jefferson's an elite talent. He comes with a little bit of risk because of Kyler. Drake London, we talked about at length. He's a supreme talent. And then Saquon Barkley, you're betting on the bounce back. You wanna take the next 4 or 5 and pick one that sticks out to you?
I'm looking all the way down at. I'm looking at Bowers, Pickens, Olave, and Rice right in a row in the third round to start off the third round at the top of the draft. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the third. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I say oh my God because I think Rice is too high and I think Pickens is too high. And the reason why I think Pickens is too high is because I think CD is going to come back healthy this year. But I do think you can bump McMillan, who was taken at 5th and the 3rd, up. And I think you can you could probably bump Josh Allen up too for where he was taken in the 3rd. First quarterback off the board, folks, Josh Allen.
Yeah, 3rd round pick is value. Like I said, I have Josh Allen scoring 50 more points than the next quarterback. And you know, that positional advantage is worth it. He's got those rushing touchdowns. I also want to just talk about, Josh Jacobs. He's not going to go here unless
good things or bad things.
Bad things. I almost stuck him way down at the bottom of our draft so that a computer wouldn't take him because until this
he's not going to get taken. Yeah, he's not going to get taken.
Until this legal trouble gets sorted out, he's not going to be in the 2nd round. He's not going to be in the 3rd round. He's not going to be in the 4th round. Maybe people start taking shots on him 5th, 6th, 7th round, but
he's going to drop and then he's going to get used as a stash because nobody knows where this is going to end up yet.
Yeah, exactly. If he plays 17 games, fine, I'll take him a late 3rd round. But
if he plays 17 games, it's going to be one of those things where they push off all the legal activity, and then it'll be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how everything plays out. When you get the finger pointed at you because you're being a piece of shit. Hey, if you're being a piece of shit, you deserve what kind of legal matter is coming your way. So.
Absolutely. I'm beginning to think these NFL players are not good people, Jess. So you took Travis Etienne.
Not everybody can be Jeff Eagles. That's all I'll say.
That's true. You took Travis Etienne. I love the Saints this year.
I think him going to the Saints is going to put him in a very good standing to get another 1,000-yard season.
Yeah, and he's a great he's a great receiver. So
he's a good RB2. Great RB2.
Yeah. I'm liking the way your team's coming together. It's 3 players who are going to get the ball a lot. I worry a little bit about Kamara for Etienne. Not because I think Kamara is better than him. I think Etienne is way better, but Kamara is like a Saints legend.
Saints standard right there. Saints fucking standard. Fantasy standard for like 7 or 8 seasons.
Yep. Do yourself a favor and bring up Alvin Kamara's career stats versus Christian McCaffrey and have the conversation of who is the running back of our generation. Because it's Derrick Henry and Alvin Kamara. It's not Christian McCaffrey. Anyways, you gave me a gift because we talked at the top of the show about AJ Brown.
Take him.
And AJ Brown is he's gonna catch for 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns.
I don't see it. I don't see 1,200 yards. I'll give you 1,000, but it's gonna be 1,000 within like 17-game season, I'll say he gets 1,000 in maybe 12 of those games, and then 5 of those games he doesn't get very much at all because I don't think Drake May is what people say he is. Those defenses are coming. And if he proves me wrong, I will fucking need it. But I do not see it happening. I don't. I really honestly don't see it happening. The first 4 games, he's facing 4 of the top, 12 defenses in the league?
Yeah, it is a ringer out of the gate. But Jeff, think of all of the deep passes last year that Mac Hollins caught, that Kayshon Boutte caught, that Stephon Diggs caught.
Boutte is the deep guy.
He's gone. They cut him.
They cut him?
Yeah.
Oh man, see how much I care
Or
about.
No. I'm sorry. They traded him. They traded him for like a 6th round pick or
still. See how much I care about the Pats.
So, anyways, I'll take that as an absolute gift, and then I'll run it back with.
I come giving gifts. I bear gifts to those who, I guess, deserve them. I don't know. You know what, Jack? You deserve AJ Brown with that 3rd pick.
Yeah. Well, thank you. You're very kind. This next pick, I really would like a running back, and I don't love what I'm seeing here.
Brandon Jacobs.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Cam Skattebo.
Cam Skattebo, you motherfucker.
Because you sandwiched me, first of all, so I need a little bit of revenge.
You got to slap me back a little bit. I get it.
But I do think that he's gonna just be so involved. I think he's just gonna have so many freaking touches that he has to be productive. All right,
every once in a while,
back with Egbuka.
Every once in a while, you got to go for a reach. Do I think Egbuka in a 12-man league for 2nd pick in the 4th round is a reach? No, not really. I don't, because he's gonna get that bump up in yardage this year with Evans gone.
Yeah, last year, if you were to take Mike Evans at that pick, at 2nd pick in the 4th round, people would call it a steal. So if he walks into that volume, you could have a wide receiver 1. You could have a wide receiver 1 at that pick.
You could.
And that's followed up by Garrett Wilson, Luther Burden, who I love Luther Burden. That price is too expensive.
He bumped up in the last, and I feel like it was like either the last month or the last couple of days, but his worth apparently has bumped up in the fantasy world.
It's insane. I mean, that is it's too.
Oh, high. Trust me, I'm going high on him, but I'm not going that high. Yeah. What is that? 4th pick in the 4th round?
Yeah, that's
4th pick in the 4th round. That's
ridiculous. Javonte Williams is next. I think he's a locked and loaded RB1, low end RB1, high end RB2. Jalen Waddle. There's a little bit of risk there. Do you like Jalen Waddle this year on the Broncos?
He's that wide receiver 1. Is he snagging that from Sutton?
I would imagine.
What's making you imagine that, though? Sutton did a pretty good year last year.
Yeah, they traded
he made it to the championship game.
They traded the 1st round pick for Waddle. To me, he's just more talented. And Courtland Sutton kind of has that like veteran vibe where he gets production without dominating. Jalen Waddle, I think, could dominate.
I mean, he had a pretty good year last year.
Yeah, I mean,
when he was healthy.
Yeah, so Sutton probably had a better one, but he was living in a better ecosystem.
They built it in Denver. They definitely built it up in the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, it's a great system. Followed by Lamar Jackson, Colston Loveland, who I love, Devontae Adams.
All you want, he's the 2nd quarterback off the board, dude. 2nd quarterback off the board, which is literally what I fucking said was going to happen in most leagues.
Well, Team 6 is wasting that pick. That is just not smart. Zay Flowers, Travion Henderson, Lad McConkey, Jameson Williams, Devontae Smith, DJ Moore. I'll point out Zay Flowers here. I like him as the alpha one in that offense, even if I don't love that offense. These other guys in this range, I'm nervous about, right? Devontae Adams is aging. Lad McConkey does not have a stranglehold on those targets. Jameson Williams is a number 2. I love Devontae Smith. And then DJ Moore, who really thrives in a Bills offense?
Everybody. James Cook.
Okay. No, you got me there. But what receivers thrive in a Bills offense?
I mean, was Diggs there for Allen?
He was, yeah. But since he left, it's kind of been a wasteland.
It has. It really has.
Your boy Baishal Tutin in the middle of the 5th. Is that too rich for your blood?
He's the immediate RB1 on that team right now, is he not?
I would bet that he is. There is a little bit of noise coming out that Chris Rodriguez is going to steal those goal line touches.
I mean, if Tutin comes out looking like he looked pretty good in a couple of games last year, but if he comes out looking like that in the first 5 or 6 games, I don't see him losing many touches.
And one big thing about Tutin is he actually stole goal line carries from ETN.
He did.
So I think he's better at that aspect of the game than people give him credit for. I would probably pay a 5th round pick for Tutin.
So you skipped right over Swift and Judkins just to go right to Tutin.
Well, talk to me about DeAndre Swift and Quinshaw Judkins, Jeff.
I see. So Swift is one of those guys that goes under the radar every year, unless he has a bad season. And then all people want to do is talk pure fucking shit about my guy over there. I've had him a couple of times in 2 separate leagues. He's not the best, but he'll rush for 1,000 yards and he'll do it very quietly. But with 1,000 yards, he'll only get like 7 or 8 touchdowns. So you need. He's that long guy. He's the one that's going to sprint out and get a 50-yard run or a 60-yard run, but he's going to bring him to the 30, and then they're going to use somebody else to bring him all the way. So he's a great running back, great football player. Fantasy-wise, he'll get the yardage for you, but he's not always on top of the touchdown. And as far as Judkin goes, we saw 1 season of him. He came out running. Surprise. He came right out, showed what he could do. He started off with a bang, kind of fizzled out a little bit.
Well, he's on the Browns, so give him a break, Jeff.
You're going to tell me that we've never seen a running back do good on a team that sucks?
I mean, it's less.
Oh, wait, no, wait. I'll do one even better. Are you going to tell me that we aren't going to see a favorite fantasy running back from the fucking Cleveland Browns?
Nobody thinks that Quinshawn.
We have a guy in our league that'll disagree with you if you say yes.
Nobody thinks that he's Nick Chubb. Nobody thinks he's Nick Chubb.
I'm not saying he is or he isn't. I'm just saying in general that there's a chance there that shimmering light that he showed, shining, shimmering, splendid, that he showed early on in the season, it could come back.
Give me some Aladdin, Jeff. Belt it out.
See, not many fucking people know where that comes from. I throw that out there every once in a while, and people are just dumbfounded. And I'm like, dude, fucking watch a movie.
I want to hear your pipes. Give me some Aladdin. So
you want a couple of Arabian Nights? Come on now.
Hey, yo.
I do like seeing RJ Harvey right here. The first Broncos running back to go on the board. I do like that. I do think he's going to be the RB1 right off the rip. He had a very strong end of the year last year. I do think somewhere down the line, after he gets to feel that NFL ground beneath his feet, I think Jonah Coleman is gonna come on the up and up. I'm not saying that he's gonna take the RB1, the first slot from him. But what I am saying is that he is going to give him a run for his fucking money, because that boy's he's a dog. And that's a comment that I use for a lot of players, and I know, and I've been told that I say that a little bit too often, but fuck it. Jonah Coleman is a dog, and homeboy can dig for what he needs.
Yeah, and on the note of RJ Harvey, he's not going to lose his receiving work, and he's going to get a lot of receiving work. So I like him as a floor play with a little bit of ceiling, but does it have full blown committee potential? Oh yeah. I mean, Jonah Coleman, like you said,
those doors are both open. Those doors are definitely both open.
Jonah Coleman's a hell of a player, and J.K. Dobbins isn't dead either. I mean, but like I know you say you get hurt, you're dead, you're buried. You know, what is it?
You come back a dinosaur.
You come back a dinosaur. Yeah, that's it. So I know he's dead to you, but he can still play on one leg, may it be. But I still like RJ Harvey. I think you could stick him in your flex all year and feel good about it. So I'm still in on RJ Harvey.
What I want to see a team that gets 3, that does the community backs. Our committee backs? Committee or community?
Just call them community backs, Jeff. This is your show. You could use any term you want.
We'll call them the combacks. I love those combacks. You get 3 of them. I want to see a team that fucking gets 3 of them over 600-700 yards a piece in a season.
If we're talking all-purpose yards, it's a real possibility.
I'm not talking all-purpose yards. I dream big here, Jackie. We're dreaming big. We're not fucking dreaming small.
You're talking about on the ground?
3 boys with 600 plus.
Oh God!
Somebody show me.
That's rich.
That's a Super Bowl.
Yeah. You know,
if you've got a quarterback that throws 3,500 plus with 30 plus touchdowns in the regular season, less than 10 interceptions, and they get in the playoffs with 3 running backs, each over 600 rushing yards, come on, boy.
Was that what happened with the Giants, Earth, Wind, and Fire?
What year was that? 2012? 2008?
We might need to check tape, but we're gonna save that for the end of the show.
Wait, they're both Brandon Jacobs years. Which year are you talking about?
Ahmad Bradshaw and who the hell was the other one?
Brandon Jacobs, Ahmad Bradshaw, and there was a third one.
Yeah, it was Earth, Wind, and Fire. Come on, man. We know this. We'll come back to it.
I'm having a rough time remembering what year you're thinking of.
So it's mighty convenient. You skipped over Drake May in the 5th, third quarterback off the board. I like
who?
I like that range. I'm moving on, Jeff. I'm moving on. I don't know the answer. I'm protecting my reputation by quitting while on the head.
Oh, God. Gotta love it. Dude, Joe Burrow in the 5th, second to last pick in the 5th. Wild. Would never happen in any of our leagues.
No, well, we run a 2 quarterback league, so QBs go high, and it's after these 4 quarterbacks, I'm just gonna wait. I like I said in our QB episode, if I don't get one of these top guys, I'm just holding on, and I'm waiting for one of the scrubs at the end of the draft, a Bo Nix, a Dak Prescott. But I'll take Mike Evans on the 49ers. I believe that he's still got some gas in the tank. I like what he could do on that team. I like 10 touchdowns. I'm not so sure about the yards, but I like the touchdowns. And then I will grab.
He needs another 1,000-yard season. Fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, it's very possible. It's very possible that
if he comes back strong, from that injury, he could definitely do it.
Yeah, and I wanted to draft a running back here to get some protection for Scadaboo, but I didn't like the value there, so I'll take a shot on a Brian Thomas bounce back.
There you go.
Another person I'll talk while you're making your pick. Another person I'll talk about real quick is Carnell Tate. He's another player that I'm
Carnell
falling
Tate.
for. I'm falling for that training camp. That training camp film. I saw a couple one-handed catches. I saw some crisp routes. He looks good.
It's like a hot chick that comes to you to give you a handy underneath the bleachers, but then you realize that she forgot the lotion. That's what those videos are like.
Carnell Tate would never forget the lotion, Jeff.
Oh my God. No, he's definitely moving his way back up the board right now too. He was on top of the board. They were saying he was going to go number 1 overall in this last rookie draft. And there was chance that he was going to do it. But then when you get down to the nitty-gritty, you got to look at somebody in the rookie draft that's going to actually be like the full package that teams are looking for. And I think Carnell Tate dropped to what? 4th?
Yeah, so he was the 4th pick to the Titans. And in terms of dynasty rookie
good
drafts,
fucking landing spot for him too. I think I believe that good landing spot for him. I believe. I'm not saying it's gonna pique most people's interest, but with him landing there, he could
the
get
Titans
1,200.
the Titans look like they're getting better, and
I think he could get 1,200 in his rookie season if him and Ward have that connection that you need to have in order to do that.
Brother, watch 30 seconds of tape and you'll have him for 1,400.
I'm not trying to. I don't want to blow my load too soon there, Jackie.
I think 1,200 is probably ambitious.
I mean, it definitely sounds ambitious. You're not wrong.
You know, he should be the alpha on that team, right? He should be. I can't see anybody actually competing for targets.
I'm not going to say no. I won't say no to you there. I will not.
Yeah, I worry about the offense as a whole. If they are actually competent, Cam Ward takes a big step forward. You know, it could really work out for him. But you are taking some guesses there. So we'll see. You know, I'm not so sure.
You're always taking guesses when it's a rookie that you're going for, but I don't know. I mean, I told you before, I like Ward this season too. After the way that he looked in those last 4 to 6 games last year, I think he's definitely on the up and up.
Yep. So
there's a couple more tight ends coming off the board. I snagged Harold Fannin last round. Got to do it. And then Tyler Warren directly after him. David Montgomery, Jaden Daniels, DK Metcalf, Roma Dunze.
Let's pause on Roma Dunze. Let's pause on Roma Dunze.
Getting picked after Luther Burden.
Luther Burden, but won a full over 2 rounds after Luther Burden.
I told you something about that. So this is a computer drafting this. Is the computer drafting what the possibility of the stats are going to be as well?
The computer is drafting based off a loose ADP. So this is close to what players are actually doing.
Loose ADP is saying that Roma Dunze, the big name on the Bears from last season, is going to drop 2 rounds below the rookie that they snagged and didn't really see much from until maybe the last 4 weeks. 2 rounds below him.
27 picks after Luther Burden. And Roma Dunze disappeared for the second half of the season after his foot injury. But through the first 8 weeks, he was wide receiver 3 out of everybody. He was the 3rd best wide receiver in fantasy football. to bet 26 picks or 27 picks that Luther Burden is going to be that much better than Rome Odunze is a bad bet.
You could win big.
You could win big. I mean, everybody wants a piece of the Bears, and that's why I'm going to take Caleb Williams right here.
Fuck, I was hoping he was going to stay. I really was hoping he was going to stay.
And I actually, I'm kicking myself right now. I took Brian Thomas, and I wanted to grab a tight end. I was hoping that Tyler Warren or Tucker Kraft would make it all the way back to me.
No way.
They didn't.
No way.
And now I have to wait on tight end until
something that's very interesting about doing a mock draft with the computer as well and only one other human being. It's hysterical seeing that there's no chain reactions that start.
That's true.
In a league, so there's orange is the color for tight ends here, red is the color for quarterbacks, green is the color for running backs, and blue is the color for wide receivers. It's very interesting looking at this and not seeing one round, just all one color. In a league with your boys, you will see a chain reaction, usually with quarterbacks and tight ends. It happens every fucking year, and it could just be a random, like, super flex league. Everybody needs a second quarterback. It's the 13th round. Bam! Everybody gets a quarterback except one or two guys. Same thing with a tight end. Holy shit. It's the 8th round, and there's 3 tight ends that are off the board. Everybody needs to scramble. The rest of the 9 guys left in that 12-man league need to scramble and grab whoever the hell they can in that 8th or 9th round or 10th round. It happens every year with us. It happens with defense. Because in our league, we do a full fucking IDP, and we have so many defenders that we get to choose from, and it happens every year with us. Who's going to take the first defender? When is that round going to happen? Is it going to happen earlier than the 7th? You don't know.
Yeah, it's a great point. Like when that first tight end goes, I feel like there's always a run. Like there wasn't here, but if this was a real draft,
there would have been.
If this was a real draft, Kyle Pitts would have been gone, Sam Laporta would have been gone, and maybe Dalton Kincaid, because people would have panicked and said, I don't like late tight ends. I'm grabbing my guy before they're gone. I'm gonna grab Chuba Hubbard here, and
that's a steal in my eyes.
And I think this is like a cliff of running back talent where he's, to me, a clear starter. And after that, it's a lot of timeshare guys. It's a lot of backups, and it's a lot of guys with big question marks. I'm surprised.
Sometimes those big question marks pay off.
True, but I'm surprised he's not about a round and a half earlier. So I'm going to take that value. One more thing I'll call out here is Jackson Dart, first pick in the 7th round. I think I would have preferred him over Caleb. What do you think about that decision? And I didn't have to make it.
In the 7th round, we had Dart go first. We had Herbert go 10th, and then we had Williams, your pick, at 12th. I would have taken between now Caleb Williams proved himself last year. Herbert has yet to do so in my eyes. And Jackson Dart did well when he was in last year. I think he's going to do even better this year. And then you look ahead, the round before that, you got Tushy Pushy that was taken in the 6th. And then you also got Jaden Daniels that was taken in the 6th. I would have probably taken Dart over Jalen Hurts. And I probably would have taken Dart around the same time that I would have taken Jaden Daniels if Jaden Daniels was the same Jaden Daniels from his rookie season.
Yeah, I'm all the way out on Jaden Daniels. I am out. Too many question marks. But Jackson Dart, like you said, he's got that rushing upside that just makes your mouth water, and
it makes for a good choice when you take him.
And you know, one big thing that we talked about in our QB episode was how I felt about Patrick Mahomes. I had him really high. This kind of made me reevaluate where I have him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared of the knee injury. I'm scared of them running the ball a lot. So I think I actually have him further down than I said I did, and I'll be adjusting my rankings accordingly. So what are you thinking here in the 8th round for your pick?
There's a lot of fucking tight ends that are on the board right now. There's a lot. I'm a little overwhelmed with all the tight ends that I'm seeing right here. You got Addison is still on the board, but I'm trying to stay away from that dumpster fire of an offense.
Some running backs that are available are Blake Corum, who got a lot closer to. Oh no! I wanted him, baby.
How is he still on the board? You know how he's on the board still. He's still on the board because there's so many question marks that are surrounding him. But Jadarian Price, I love you, bud. You haven't even fucking played a single NFL down yet. Haven't gotten your first touch in the league yet. But, dude, RB1 on the fucking Seahawks off the rip this season. I'm fucking ready, dude. I'm fucking ready to see that man do some damage.
That ADP, there's no chance it doesn't climb. By the time the NFL season hits, he's going to be a 6th round pick.
Get those rookie drafts in now, folks, and snag him early.
I think you're right, and great value there. I'm pretty jealous. More picks in this round. We got Ricky Pearsall. We'll see if he actually does anything behind Mike Evans. We got Kyle Pitts, Blake Corum, who I started talking about before Jeff made the great pick of Jadarian Price. I like Blake Corum as a late round kind of. He's like a handcuff who you could use in your flex. If Kyron were to ever get hurt, he's a bona fide RB1. And without Kyron getting hurt, he gets 12 to 15 touches a week, and that's enough to score you 12 points. So I like him a lot. And then we got Oronde Gadsden, Alec Pierce, who I'm really coming around on.
Oh man, I'm a believer.
Yeah, I'm coming around on him.
I'm a believer now. After last season, I'm a fucking believer, dude. He's a downfield threat like there ever was. He is a downfield threat to the point of where I would say that even him going, what is this, the 8th round?
Yeah,
he went
in the 8th round.
Late.
Yeah. I think I agree.
I would take him. So looks like Watson went in the 7th. I would have taken him above Watson. I would have taken him above Michael Wilson. Maybe not Marvin Harrison or Lemon. I wouldn't have taken him above Myers. Jacoby Myers, I could.
I would take him above Jacoby Myers.
I would think so too, but I feel like people would argue that because Myers has proven himself. Kind of.
Alec Pierce got paid like a wide receiver 1, like an alpha wide receiver 1. And the most receptions Alec Pierce has ever had in his NFL career in one season is 47.
How many yards did he have?
1,000.
How many touchdowns?
6.
What did he get paid? What was his contract?
It was 4 years, $115 million.
Wow.
Which is
the wide receiver 1 on that team
money.
is Tyler Warren.
Yeah, yes, but Alec Pierce is paid like he's the wide receiver 1.
He is,
and
he's technically the wide receiver 1. When you have to put it on your roster, he's the wide receiver 1. But he's not going to get the looks that Warren gets, and we talked about it last podcast. He will not get those looks that Warren gets because Warren is that first target on that team.
I feel like you don't give Alec Pierce. I'm coming around on him. You were the Alec Pierce guy. I was the Tyler Warren guy. We might be swapping right now. We might be trading predictions.
Listen, all I'm going to say is I will not say that he will not get another 1,000-yard season as far as Alec Pierce goes, because he is that fucking downfield threat. You can give him 47 balls that he'll catch, and he's going to get over 1,000 yards on him. That being said, he's not a red zone target.
No, he's not. No,
you can't pick him up thinking that he's going to be a red zone target, because he's the one that has to snag the ball and juke a couple people out and then run into the end zone. He is not the one that will be catching the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, no, not unless he's 40 yards away from the end zone.
I mean, that's a different story then.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's kind of getting juiced up in my mind, and that's because, do you give a guy that much money and then not give him more targets? I feel like they have to give him more targets. Like, if you pay him that much money, you have to, because then you look like a fucking idiot, like giving this guy $100 million and then not throwing the ball to him 100 times.
6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other for that team right now, and their receiving core at least.
All right, so Jeff, what do you think? Is this going to be our last round? You're going to make a pick, and then we'll move into
think
predictions.
This is probably going to be our last round. And,
all right. So I snagged George Kittle, who I have to snag another tight end later, which will not be seen. It'll be Isaiah Likely, almost for sure. And Jaden Reed. I like Jaden Reed because he feels like the odd man out of that Packers receiving room. Christian Watson, Michael Golden, Tucker Kraft. So his ADP is so low that he's almost free. So I'll just take the lottery ticket. And if he doesn't pan out after like a week or two, I'll just drop him and move on to the next hotness.
Pickups and drops.
Yeah. So you grabbed Quentin Johnston and KC Concepcion. I think those are good lottery tickets. What do you think?
I think Quentin Johnston, I don't think we've seen his ceiling yet. He's shown spurts. I don't think we've seen how good he could be for an entire season yet. And then Concepcion, I think he's coming in hot. I think he's going to come in hot, especially on that Browns team. If Shadur is slinging and ringing, man, I think he's going to be a prime target.
He very well could be, and he has the draft pedigree, first round pick. So let's take a quick look at our teams, and you tell me how you think I did, and I'll tell you how I think you did. I'm rolling out Caleb Williams, Omarion Hampton, Cam Scatterbu, CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, Mike Evans, George Kittle, Brian Thomas Jr., and Chuba Hubbard. That is undefeated in fantasy 2 years ago.
True. That is true. That's Cam Scatterbu wasn't there. Neither was Omarion Hampton.
So what? Chuba baby.
Chuba was there. That is true.
All right. So your team, Jeff, Joe Burrow.
My team has got a lot of guys that weren't there last year. So we got Joe Burrow, Jeremiah Love, Travis Etienne, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Emeka Egbuka, Marvin Harrison Jr., Harold Fannin, Jadarian Price, Quentin Johnston, and KC Concepcion.
You definitely went young.
I went very young, and for some reason, this year I've been stuck going young, because this rookie draft I liked. I like a lot of the rookies coming in. I think a lot of them, and specifically, I will say specifically the running backs that went. Some of them landed in very prime real estate, but there's a couple of those wide receivers that got taken off the board that landed in spots where they could really prove themselves very quickly in the very beginning of this season. KC being one of them. I feel good about it. It's a very young. I mean, if Emeka comes out swinging like he did last year, if Marvin Harrison turns it on and just doesn't stop, if Harold Fannin does what he did last year, Johnston does what he did last year, Joe Burrow does what Joe Burrow does, and Travis Etienne does exactly what everybody knows he's going to do on New Orleans. I think that would be a safe bet because I won't even mention St. Brown because he's got among men on that list. So
Yeah. I think you took big shots, and if they hit,
I took the risks.
yeah. Like we talked about, you got to draft safe, Jeff, right?
I need to draft safe. For some reason, everybody else can take risks. I don't know what the fuck that's all about, but what are you gonna do?
All right, and then we'll finish this off with some predictions. We'll do NFC East this time around, and I'll lead it off. I think this is kind of going to be flat, so I'm going to go Eagles with 10 wins, Cowboys 10 wins also, Giants with 7, and Commanders with 5. And I wanted to give the Giants more wins because I like the moves they made. I like their team. They had a great draft. Without Malik Neighbors, that offense isn't going to get fully unlocked. And watching him play softball, I just don't know. So that's where I'm putting him right now. And I might juice him up a little bit later, but that's where they are.
I was gonna I got Cowboys in. It fucking pains me to say this, but I got Cowboys 1 with 11 wins. You got Eagles 2 with 10 wins, and I'm gonna put the Commanders. God, I want to say Redskins so bad. I'll put the Commanders in 4th, but I'll give the Commanders 7 wins. Fuck it. Give them 6 wins. And then Giants, it's topsy-turvy for me right now because if Neighbors is in there, I want to give him 9.
Oh, okay.
But if Neighbors is not in there, I want to say 8, but it could be 7 very easily if they don't get locked in, like you said.
All right. For a second there, I thought you were putting the Commanders above the Giants with 6 wins, and
I just wanted to say my piece about the Giants afterwards. You got to save the best for last. So
I was about to drive to your house and fight you in the street.
You got to wear your T-shirt for that one.
No, I'm going shirtless. Actually, I'll wear this jersey. I'll go bottomless.
Oh my God! I'd run.
I'd catch you. So, okay, who has more passing yards, Jalen Hurts or Jaden Daniels? Passing yards this upcoming season. We'll go passing yards per game in case one of them gets hurt.
I want to say, dude, if it's Jalen Hurts, could this be the end of the tushy pushy? If he gets 3,500 or 4,000 yards this year, oh my God. If he gets 4,000 yards this season, the NFL is going to explode with conspiracy theories.
If he throws for 4,000 yards, let me be reasonable. I was going to say I'll order a jockstrap of his off eBay and eat it, but I won't do that.
What is with you and eating things? Why you always want somebody to eat something?
It's funny. What do you want from me, Jeff? It's funny.
All right, if that's your niche, stick with it, I guess. I don't know. Oh my God!
I want so badly to have Jamie, the loser of our league, drink a gallon of milk as his punishment for losing
during the next draft.
Hey, even better. All right, who's your pick, Jeff? Hurts or Daniels?
I'm gonna say I do feel a bounce back season if Jaden Daniels is fucking healthy. So I'll toss Jaden in there for 37.
Okay.
And I'll give. What did Hurts have last year?
He had 32.
I'll give him 31.
Oh, even worse.
Even worse. Only by 100 yards, which is 1 or 2 more tushy pushes, I guess. I don't fucking know. That team, something's got to be done. Give Saquon the ball more or something. I mean, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna have Jalen Hurts with 36 and Jaden Daniels with 33. And the only reason is I love the Eagles receiving core, and I hate the Commanders receiving core. That's the only reason.
Is you think Lemon is going off, and you don't think anybody on the Commanders is going to do anything.
No, I think Terry McLaurin could have a good season. But it's like the rest of their team is just it's stinky doo doo. I mean, it's just not good.
Stinky doo doo. Oh man, that's harsh.
That's that is a dad take. or that might be my 2-year-old daughter's take. All right. And then finally, closest guess wins. Mekhi Lemon receiving yards. Can you see my guess on the screen? Because I want you to do it without seeing my number.
No, I'm looking at our faces full screen right now. So
all right, closest guess wins. Mekhi Lemon receiving yards, and mine is already locked in.
825.
825. Okay, I have him at 912.
Fuck, relatively close.
All right. Well, Jeffy boy, that is the first mock draft of the season. You look ready for bed.
I could be.
So we'll call it a night.
It's been a long couple days being a dad, but we're smiling, we're having fun, we're rocking and rolling.
Britt will tuck you into bed and kiss you sweetly on the forehead and
I'm rooting and buy a shawl tooting, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, rooting and buy shawl tooting, baby. All right, brother, man. Good work. We'll catch you next week. Fantasy Dad Duo out.
Have a good one, guys.